So lesson 9 is all about email and electronic communication. Sharing the screen. So lesson 9. Our objectives is to understand and use the email features of your Office Outlook, no? But basically subong we only use browser-based ng mga company emails naton, like for example sa Gmail, ang Yahoo Mail, ano ba subong, Yahoo Google, na iya ka ibang email sa met subong man. At sa mga messaging other related features. So sending and receiving an email is basically basic function naton in why we use emails, no? But we also should be able to organize and manage how the emails are received, and writing an effective and professional email messages, managing the contacts within the email naton, and explain other types of electronic communication. So for your vocabulary, we have the terms attachments, contacts, decryption, or electronic mail or emails for short, email address, encrypting, instant messaging, the item or packets, and personal information manager or PIM. We also have quick flag, status column, mga starred na mo man ang example na ton. Star, trash bin, spam folders, signature, and Windows Mail. So in Office, 2007 but we have the latest version naman sa Office Outlook is the Personal Information Management Program. So mo ginayang classification, a PIM that can use to organize your schedule, keep track of your contacts, and manage your email. So if you are not keen in using mga mo ginimo pa rin sa mga Gmail sina, it's suggested that ang Outlook yun ang gamiton nyo if you have a package of installed nga MS Office. Kaya mo gini ang not only because it's more lean and makita mo gini siya pag-organize niya sa schedule, not only keeping up with your emails but also having a sort of a may book for keeping track of your contacts and schedules sa imong mga activities. So similar to Outlook, we have Windows Mail, also the internet version naman ng email and our email naton naman sa Vista. So this is for Vista, but for now we have Gmail and Yahoo Mail as our main type of internet email that we use. So tanong sa load bago lang. Okay. By definition of an electronic mail, it is the transmission of files of data using computer network. So how you will send the communication in the root concept of communication, no? It is the sending and receiving of files and data. So by its core definition, the email is functioning by taking the messages broken down into small chunks called packets, and then they travel independently from server to server and are assembled automatically to their original format after arriving at their destination. So MS Outlook addresses accessibility issues for the wide range of users, including those of limited dexterity or low vision. Amo na isa niya ka advantage. Ngayon lang. Ulit, Mr. Matunina, nga mag-o ka lang.
Sir, wa internet sa balay, sir.
Sige.
Sir.
Palandi, ang lecture to na ta.
Sir, di na, ano ko lang di, sir, kay gadula-dula. Man din ang data, dan sa gwa, sir.
Sige. Ano lang ang recorded ka? Okay. So,
sir, thank you.
Okay, so packet travel sa muning kagina, how this email message is sent. It is broken down into chunks of packets. So, mas ma-resemble naman pag abot sa destination. And the advantage naman sa Outlook is you have this accessibility issues, example sa mga may problema sa mata nila, hindi sila kakita agad or low vision sila, they have this option nga maka-cater sa mga users. Amo na nagiguro sa mong not sure kung may ara na subong para sa mga braille or type nga sa mga bulag, or where they can also use emails to send their messages sa mga way ko ng idea kung sa mga kung may ara na sila nga technology which caters for the blind. So the ways in which you can access emails have multiplied, included this type of services, no? Maning ISP naton which may monthly fee. So before guro because of the limited nga storage naton, because wala kita sa mga storage, mga mega computers before nga na-develop mga sauna, like subong nga may mga free na nga storage sa ginatag sa aton, although hindi man siya free ged, pero nakulakaw sa nga space nga storage. You can check da sa inyo sa Gmail nyo, may aranan da sa dalom. Sa lower left, makita nyo da nga storage niya. I-check ta ba example sa aton. Ari no. Mayari na di. Spaces, chat. Wala. Okay, nabutang nila. Kasi di rin na din info, makita mo na di. They allocate a certain amount of this space for ang aton nga email, or which nga kung pila lang ang email mag-cater niya. So the same time, amo man nga before, they offers a monthly fee for using the email. But today, mostly kung bakalan na sang office no may license, dala na nalada ang access mo sa online sang imo account for your MS Outlook, no, wherein a certain amount of space are given to your account. So we have before, aside from Gmail, no, may ara sang America Online, Hotmail ari pa man ni subong in Yahoo, for providing web-based emails for no charge. So up to now may ara na subong libre sila, but their storage space is high in capacity, but just not that nga do unlimited. May limit nga pon siya, but like they're giving like enough like in gigabytes para nga magamit mo sa email nyo, sa imo mga attachment files, and also sa mga storage mo sang iban pa nga data nga kinahanglan mo. So with most email programs, you can also read, send, manage your email messages. Sa programs using MS Word and Excel, they are access to the office button. Kung sa aton naman, they are open as attachments. Kag kung sa email mo sa preview, there's also a certain program that can run that type of file. So unlike sa mga mayroon sa mga Google Sheets kita, no, sa Word, kung sa document naman, yung Word document, may man si Google nga gina-provide para makaobra ka sa online. At the same time, at real-time nga editing. So Outlook can help you organize appointments, mga tracking of tasks and to-do list, and maintain the contact addresses. Naman ang isang advantage of using your Office Outlook, not only in 2007 but also in mga recent versions na. So Outlook stores information in folders, and it is called an item for a particular piece of information stored inside the Outlook folder. So when you start Outlook, usually mo yung default na to mail window as what you can see sa imo nga Gmail nga dashboard. The same na nagyapon ang makita nyo na. They have also access for Google, so Google Calendar. Amo na ginagamitan na sang obra na sang Meet, sang nga meetings, contacts and tasks. May mga sa option sa Outlook nyo, which is also reflected sa aton yung mga bago sa mga email, like for sa Gmail nga ginagamit naton subong. So the default task selected in navigation twin is the mail, amo na yung pinaka-basic ng gid nga pag-start sang program. And you can set up for the free emails, amo na website no, given naman sila. So once a computer is able to set up the handle emails, the inbox folder in Outlook can be used to send and receive these email messages. May times na pwede mo sa connect, may option na da ang email, ang Outlook nga maka-cater sa internet nga free email account through its software. But all you need is just to log in you add that account to the list, no, list of accounts connected sa Outlook, no, and then usually you would enter your username, password, and it will save that information, tapos amo na siya malagin through that platform. So usually you would log in through a browser, but you will also have an option to log in using the Microsoft Office Outlook na software. So by definition of email address, amo ng three parts naton: the username of the account, the @ symbol, and the user's domain name. So usually amo na sa aton kung sa akong email bino, markalyoso@gmail.com. So the Mark Alyoso is the name, username, then it is followed by the @ symbol, and gmail.com is your user's domain name, or where my email account is hosted. So when Outlook starts, it will send a request to the mail server. Amo na yung usually si iban nga setup. It will maping na sa bali. Tutawag na check yan na ang test ko yung connection if it is working, or kung may problema try i-fix during that type of during that instance ang pag-open mo sa Outlook. If a user has messages waiting, ma-receive siya, tapos ma-store them sa inbox folder in the mail pane, and it will usually notify the owner kung naka-default settings ka mo. Maping na siya usually, ma-alarm na sa, or ma-bell na si mga desktop nga may bago ka nga email, or kung may mga previous night ka mga last mong open, no, kung wala mo makita, ma-open na siya dira, and it will let you know nga may mga unread emails ka. So next, in creating and receiving and sending messages, so usually we would just click on the compose, no, manaton nga mag-open, or click new. So file new ni sila sa Outlook. So the same sa ato kung sa Gmail tayo, you use compose. Tapos mag-compose, magawa na dayon ang menu nga pop-up for the email for you to add your information and other data or attachment. Yung butang mo na sa amo na email. So separate email address for multiple recipients uses a semicolon. So usually you would email initially, no, sa main nga email, or you can use CC or BCC para nga mag-copy sa additional email address o ng CC box. Or kung maghambal ka ng BCC, it will use a blind copy to a recipient, meaning that the primary address or addressee, or the list of addressees abo ng training niya, ang recipient naton will not see that others are copied in the image. Amo na kung sa BCC ka mabutang. Pero kung sa CC lang, copy mo ng ang email or message, makita man to sang upod mo kung sino yung pang CC mo to nga mga email address or mga contacts. Now, to message window mo na siya. We have amoning sa Outlook na to nga setup. So, kung familiar ka mo na makita nyo sa inyong Google or sa Yahoo Mail nyo. May may amoning CC button, amoning send button yun dire. We also have BCC and amoning subject dire sa dalawang subject. So, amoning setup, the same as a Word. We have text formatting panel dire, and other related nga mga MS Outlook nga options. So, dire mo imo input. So, kung may attachment ka mo, usually makita nyo man di in formats and other, or dire sa insert, under sa insert ka tab. So, to receive messages, we use the tools menu or click on the send receive button on the standard toolbar. So, mag-receive siya Outlook automatically stores the message in inbox with the resource sa inbox or other designated folder. Pwede mo na ma-assign sa settings niya kung diyan nga folder ang masave ang tanan nga image nga maabot, or until nga ma-delete siya. Kung example sa spam folder sa ma-detect sabi nga spam, makadto na siya sa spam folder, kadili doon sa matinir until nga ma-delete messages, unless you would want to manually delete it or ano mo siya, i-mark mo siya as not spam. Kung accidentally na mark as spam ang imo tong isa ka email, importante magali para sa imo, so you just click on not spam and it will just return to the inbox folder. So you can also save the file as text file, an HTML document, or a template depending on how you would click on the file save as menu and the save as command under that file tab. So to reply to the message, select the message and we'll click reply or reply all and the button on the standard toolbar. So when you're writing the message, the same as kanina, there is the big panel sa dalom. We can put out the file or you can edit it in format, and depende sa font type, font size, and text color, pwede mo butang na with the word processing program nga feature nga gamiton mo sa imo nga MS Outlook. So attachments, mo winning aton nga isa importante na mo documents kung mayara tabi nga letter nga butang, not only having the text document nga butang naton, no, you would add pictures or videos or document files, usually mga PDF files ang importante. You will use the function of attachments. So these are files that can be attached to an email message, and clicking on the attach file button and include in the message tab. Attachments may not go through sometimes when the email providers limits the size. You would notice it sa aton nga isa ka experience ko na sa Gmail aton. May file limit na si Gmail kung ano attach nga file. But kung magsubra sa mo ng file limit, it will upload it to the Google Drive instead. So pag upload ito sa Google Drive, it will just link out the it will produce a link, a shareable link for the recipient to download from that Google Drive or directory. Sa mo na isa ka kumaga isa ka feature nga importante, but you should also familiarize nga mo na functionalities in Google Drive. Ang tawag naton nga attachment, but also can be uploaded through to the main Google Drive. So para kang babalaan mo man nga hindi siya no, for the safe na lang procedure, you would just kung mabalaan mo na nga nakuha na siya nga file, ibutang mo na sa daan, upload it on the isa ka folder sa mga Google Drive directory. Usually Google Drive is free naman na. It goes with the email, no, kung may email account ka mo sa Gmail. So ang pag-upload mo dira, usually kung hinagid ti internet mo ti upload mo gid. After nga mo dira ma-upload mo, then you'll just link the shareable link na pwede ma-access ng anyone. Tapos mo na dayon i-paste mo as link sa imong mga email. Kaya i-email mo sa imong recipient. Pero later on, maubra na sang demo, ubra sang isa ka file nga using the shareable link. Tapos naman ang gamiton nato ng attachment, for example sa blog to last time, no, may ubra na tong embedded sa nga video or links sa sang isa ka file nga aton mga previous nga assignment. So we'll use Google Drive as our storage for that file, and then we will link it to the isa ka blog post. So later on na lang i-discuss lang na detail. So other problems can prevent messages from going through. Usually internet get in ng file size issue. But usually it will just try to email it again. Usually problema lang galimera yung mga email nga non-existing na siya. So it will return do bot nga auto message nga mabal na siya nga ang email nga recipient mo is already expired or amo ng email nga ginagamit is not existing na. So in organizing and managing email, so we have file management skills, the same as sa aton how we manage other sources that we want to keep and manage. So by definition ng spam ginang i-mention ko, it is an unsolicited email. Usually, it is called as electronic junk mail. Mga virus, sila may mga link sa virus, and most of the time, may mga attachment sa mga hindi makinadlan ng file. So, basically, by what the computer security does is i-mark na siya as spam, or usually they have a list of meron na silang daan nga database sa mga spam mga websites nga you usually receive from those emails nga previously, no, may mga previous emails nga na nila nga nanonote na nila spam. Then they would just mark them as like so, and then kung mag-receive ka na liwas ang amo ng email sa the same nga list nga website, they would just automatically put it into the spam folder. So amo na isa na itong security amo na namin naton, although ang the same time ang problema mo lang if you have a manual email nga hungod mo man nga email, pero ang purpose mo to is amo gina ma-send ka gid sang file or document, pero ang pag-format mo sang pag-email is nasa laan sang spam. So usually hindi na mag-abot sa imo, makadto na sa spam folder sang recipient. So amo na kung kung sure man nga may send ka pero mahambal tong recipient mo nga wala, kag amo na gali na kadto na gali siya sa spam folder. So usually double check, i-check yan na yung spam folder kung ara tong email, and just mark it as not spam. Isa na naton nga procedure to not avoid na ng iban nga mga spam folders or atong spam messages which are not really spam messages kung sa setup niya. So managing the inbox, na to, no, may message options. We have the forward, save, move, and delete. So amo man naton usually we have the click mo sang CC, meron man iban nga option you can forward the message. It's the same as replying, but if original message information is excluded, nakakita mo na sa naka-quote or naka-attach sa loan, kasi legalain na text niya when you forward it. Tapos at the same time, the recipient can follow kung ano tong chain of messages to na receive niya. Example, if it is a contact of conversation, no, so between clients, no, if you forward it to another of your staff, no, makita yan ang conversation, kag makip track yun ako no to nagkalatabo sa mo to nga setup or sa deal nyo sang isa ka client or inyo nga customer. So receiving the message, automatically it will go to the draft folders. Can be saved in various formats, including text or HTML. So saving it will go to the draft folders kung sa aton pa. Sa common naton sa Yahoo kag sa Gmail naton. Now for moving the messages, usually you will just click on the message header, then select move to folder option. Mayroon na da. Makita mo na the folder ng option. Or move to. May move to nga ngalan. Amo na sang isa na option. Pwede mo sa silo. And by selecting the folder in the move items dialog box. So deleting naman, sila yung trash can nga button. Naman na natin nga delete. Or just by pressing the delete key sa mga keyboard. Once pag click mo sa isa ka message, you will just delete it. Then naman na natin nga setup. Now sa pagkita ko dire sa aton example email. Example, the forward is to dire diri na siya forward ako delete na sa delete kung diri ka sa inbox, usually pag click mo rin sa isa ka message ang delete option, move to, kaya amo ng tags, amo ng keywords na to, pwede mo sa mga labels. Ako niya ginastaran ko lang. Sabi ko may importante nga mga file naman ni star. Sa star yung mga file. Nakadto. And of course, diri mo ni iban. Sa ito naman yung modification. Sa ito niya LMS, given naman eh. These are the images, emails I received sa mga setup. The message icons, manin navigation panel includes the clue of the it message. Amo itong gindemo ko bago lang. It looks like a back of a sealed envelope, indicates the message is received but not read. Yan mo na nga icon. So an exclamation point icon means the sender considers it an urgent or high priority message. But it's only for MS Outlook na setup. Although sa aton sa Gmail naton or sa Yahoo Mail, may mga equivalent pa ng settings sa muna, but not entirely nga tanan nga features ng Outlook ginilog man. So, paperclip icon indicates that the message is an attached file sa mga usually aton. Makita mo na may clip is it has an attached file. So, the same email features, adding address to MBCC and CC with addresses separated by CB colon and Outlook can deal Automatically with emails you just receive with the actions out of office, may ara ka setting. That is an actions nga mean kung if you are, I don't know, amo na mga out of office ka or on vacation ka, pwede ka set ng automatic messages sa settings niya, kag isend sa recipient sa imo na ano. Example, kung naka-vacation mode ka to, all work-related emails may replyan mo na sa mo na out of office or on vacation. Forwarding ko man also, it's also possible for kung baga tawag lang ton nga term na ton is automation. Tawag na ton so automation for specific actions and variety of actions sa imong email. Also blocking and redirecting messages to your mobile phone naman also subong. But today we also have mobile emails in our phones. Pwede na ma-access directly ang aton email using these applications. So also we also have the safe senders or safe recipients list also for blocking potential. Do similar sa spam nga function except that may lista ka nga pwede obrahon nga example bigang work lang ini tanan nga emails sa mo ni dire butang mo safe recipient or safe receivers sa list, tapos ang safe senders mo mga sa mga boss mo or sa mga supervisor etc. Pwede mo na mabutang dira. So you also check the background of the email message. So sinalize with signatures. Ang signature consists of a text or picture that you create. This is added to the end of many outgoing messages. Usually for the signature, ti aton pirma, but also you can also add a line of text. Example, kung mga abogado kami, no? May mga line of text na pwede butang, imo nga mga license information, kung ano pa na para to indicate nga do medyo do business type or special business message na ginobra mo. Business email, mga kumbaga. So located on the right of the messages heading on the inbox, the quick flag status column, and you can use these flags as reminder, notice, as or another type of indicator. Sa akon, I can call it as flag, but sa Gmail we can call it as the star button nga mga button. So the process of encrypting information in the message is accomplished by scrambling or using symbols so it cannot be read. So kumbaga do kind of mga spy nga mga messaging wherein mabutang ka sang specific line or codes nga ni mabasa sang typical nga user maka-open sa mo ng email. So you will encrypt your message through that process, at the same time informing sending it through kumaga typical nga alagyan sang email, but you are using encrypted type of messaging to get through that setup. So this feature also requires a certificate for digital signing encryption by the certificate authority to be obtained. May certification na galing. That is for kung mga official nga mga setup on communication, pero kung hindi kaya part dira usually wala eh. You would just apply first before you can be able to implement that. So from encryption it will use a decryption for that unscrambling of that message or group of symbolic nga message yung send niya. So managing an address book, deleting contacts. So pali mo sa aton, no? How you would delete contacts sa imo phone is the same man sa aton nga email naton. So the contacts is a feature that contains the list of address book of your email recipients, which you communicate on a regular basis. And also adding contacts, add new contact sila mo malala. And then when the contacts, just right click on the name to be removed and then selecting delete, or just click on the name and then choose delete icon or delete function on your keyboard. Tama rin contact yung image. And professional effective electronic communication aswat kung paano man taga-communicate sa aton nga mga ano no, mag-email tas ang mga sa letter sa aton nga mga ano sa dean or sa padala to na sa excuse me, padala to na sa mga teacher nato or si ban requesting for certain documents. You should also practice that effective electronic communication through the emails by this list, no, proofread your images, limit the use of emoticons, keep message short and on point. Okay, unlike sa mga ibang letter, they have also the type of bulak-bulak no, no mo man ang ano, pasayod lang ang pag-type. But should avoid that. If you can go straight to the point of discussion on your key information kanalan mo sa mga message, then use that no, use that approach. So try to limit its message to a single subject, double check the addresses. Remember that email sent to the company network or internet email sites is not private, and using the appropriate email format to send your messages. So pareha man sila nakasulat ka namla mo probably letter of request no. Kung haong format sang mo ng typical document, you should also apply it to your email the messages, to the content of your email messages. So may features tour na to, calendar, appointments. Kung sa ato di Google Calendar and using auto F1 autos help feature to find out more on how to use the program. So other forms of electronic communication, we have cell phone, personal digital stand or handheld computer. So email na to, manage using apps. And text messaging man pwede man sa email before. Pero instant messaging mo naman sa mga uso because of real-time communication and real-time responding sa aton nga IM amo nang gamit aton subong sa Yahoo Messenger is the instant type of messaging feature which not only to use email no dira na ta direct sa ka-communicate unlike sa mag-email ta kadugay pa dukawat. So in Outlook instant messaging set up to the options command in the tools window. May instant messaging sa Outlook pwede mo siya maka-function siya na if takaan nyo na mag-email. So to summarize, it those features to manage appointment tasks in email. The navigation pane displays shortcuts that give you quick access to the folders. So by email, its definition is regular mail bagapon because requiring an address, message, and carrier to get it from the sender to the receiver. And it's broken into messages are broken into packets, data packets, are sent independently and recognized into the original message. So you can record to access the email of a computer using a program like MS Outlook, or you can receive emails the same as a website with a built-in email program, Hotmail, Gmail, and Yahoo Mail are best examples of these browser-based email programs. So wireless communication also possible using a handheld or cell phone with email capabilities, and the three parts of an email shows the protected username at that the @ symbol and the domain name. So email address, the header, the address of the recipient, the subject message, the information to whom the message is sent as a copy, the CC, that is the three main parts of the header. Bandayin nyo, gawa natin sa atin yung mga short review questions this week. And you can also use the inbox folder for Outlook to send and receive email images. And the attachments files is attached, can be opened and browsed by the recipient. And replying to the image can also be done as well as forwarding to a new recipient, deleting messages and saving a message. Spam junks or email consists of unsolicited images. So this will take up space in your inbox but they are just automatically deleted after certain amount of days nga ginatinir sa imong junk folder or sa imong spam folder. So email messages are organized in folders becoming incoming, sent, deleted, and junk email man sa left side column nyo sa inyong Gmail. You can also create additional folders to organize your own email by using labels, no? Labels natin or folders, pwede man. So special emails features lets you add automatic signature sa settings na meron na sa settings na ton. If you would want to explore sa yung mga Gmail settings na na signature. Also, blocking messages from certain addresses and create personal stationery or set up automatic responses. Also, found in your settings folder sa yung mga Gmail account. So, professional electronic communication requires courtesy and brevity. Always check that the spelling grammar is correct. You can use websites like Grammarly to check your grammar and spelling. And the message being sent to the intended recipients before sending them should be checked in spelling grammar and if it's correctly written. So the contact folder, the store information for businesses and personal contacts with you about to communicate. And you can create address cards with the name, address, phone number, na same as physical address cards. Virtual online address cards can also be created and listed in alphabetical order in the contacts folder. So other forms of electronic communication available in send messaging amo na sa YM Facebook Messenger na to. So that's a wrap for this topic on email. Any questions or clarifications on that? Tulog na lang ka mo. Medyo lawig lang.